Happy Monday, beautiful souls, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. It is time for Shift Your Thinking Daily, where we transform our inner experience to a phenomenal outer experience. For now, 10 minutes of our day, we do it together. All right, before we jump into today's message, let's take a couple deep breaths, move the energy around, release any tension you've been carrying. I know I walked today and I had my heavy backpack, so my shoulders again are a little bit more tighter than usual. All right, follow me. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Woo! How are you feeling? Say hi, say hello, drop a comments down below. If you're new to me, welcome. My name's Lisa Puerto, also known as Super Agent, on all your favorite social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at LA Super Agent. If you're a radio podcast listener, please jump up over there and check out our channel and our featured show, which is Ready, Set, Real Estate. You see I'm rocking the merch. Do know that anything you invest in me, a portion of those proceeds get donated to our nonprofit Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation. So excited about that, by the way. Today is the official launch of the Youth Real Estate course, the online Youth Real Estate course. That happened today. You can jump over at realestate100youth.org, enroll, and guess what? In commemoration of my son's 8th birthday, I have made the subscription $8 per month, and you have access to over 15 modules of real estate courses. Ages 11 and up. Tell somebody, tag, share, repost, let somebody know what we're doing over there. All right, we are continuing our series with Dean Del Sesto, 200 Ways to Improve Our Lives, Shift Your Thinking. And you guessed it, there are 200 ways in this book, which means at the completion of this series, we will have a total of 200 episodes. I'm super excited about that. What else? Turn on post notifications. That way you don't miss any new episodes as they're uploaded. And check out the link tree. I'm going to be changing that link, by the way, because I found something a little bit more better that gives you access to the webinars, the books, the merch, the conferences, all the things that I've been creating, and I'm really excited to share that with you. I invite you to visit that link and see what resonates the most. All right. Okay. I'm captioning, believe it or not, we are on episode 125. We are rocking and rolling. This one, I tell you, this author, he's a character. Dean, he's a character. So I will call this Investigate Before You Medicate. I'm just going to borrow that from his opener. I'm in the section where he says, do you suffer from WIIHAABSDS? What does that stand for? It says, wonder if I have an acronym-based stress disorder syndrome. He says, investigate before you medicate, or it may anesthetize what needs to be realized. Mood-altering medications, including stimulants and antidepressants, have been around for a long time, but began to be publicized a couple decades ago. It's interesting. We were having this discussion in our office about vaccines, and here we go, discussing about medications and vaccinations and stuff like that. In the early stages, he says, these powerful medications were used primarily to take people with almost no functionality to a baseline of normal health so they could be in a position to receive counseling and support. Medications were used mostly in extreme cases and were dispensed with ample consideration and evaluation. And that, of course, is until they realized what a big industry that became. Money. Yeah, that changes things. Patients were kept under rigorous supervision while taking them. Today, mood-altering medications are available to almost anyone at just about any age, with a fragment of evaluation for just about any condition and under anemic supervision. Press one if you've seen those infomercials, where it says, here's a medication for this, and then it gives you like a list, a disclaimer of the side effects that now will give you 15 additional things that you may not had prior to taking the medication. So sad. He says, and these drugs, many as powerful as heroin, are often given out like aspirin with no in-depth inquiry or consideration for the actual condition being treated. In fact, he says, many are given out with nothing more than a 30-minute consultation, if that. One of the reasons, and completely my opinion, and you can agree to disagree with me, I think because there is that thing called shareholder interests. Sometimes doctors do hold stocks and shares in some of these medications that they're pushing out. I have heard that from a physician, actually, they do get paid. There's like an additional pay, or like not a bonus, but I forget what they call it, when they issue certain vaccinations or issue certain prescriptions to patients. There's some type of tier plan happening. He says, I believe that medications have a key role in helping with certain adult and child psychological cases, but he says, in my opinion, it is dangerous to take normal life struggles and label them as syndromes, conditions, and disorders. I agree, right? There are some people that, for anything, you're pill popping, and sometimes all you need is sun, that good old vitamin D. Maybe you need to walk, move the blood around in your body, be near trees. That is if you're not like my son and you have allergies to them. But, pine trees are really important in terms of the environment. And that's just plants in general. But there are some that really have some huge health benefits, and just doing those natural remedies. My mind was thinking, I'm thinking about all, the movement with herbal remedies, the people more practicing more naturopathy, and all these different things that are now counter like the big pharma and the pharmaceutical industry, because they've been pushing pills on people, and children as young, really young, have been on heavy medications. He says, I suffer from WILD, waiting in line disorder. He says perhaps someday they'll invent Slowzac, the cure for those experiencing tension in slow moving lines. I know this may offend some, but please read it with the heart I intend, and that is this. I would be wise to consider every conceivable option, including diet, exercise, education, and counseling, before taking medication today. Any medication, he says. And in closing, that was an interesting, it's so funny because we were just having this discussion. I just saw someone post on my timeline. Well, he didn't post on my timeline, but it came up on my timeline that Donald Trump actually has stopped or no longer is requiring that children be vaccinated. That went into effect, I think it was January or March, maybe January 2019 or March 2019. I was reading different articles last night, so I may get the dates confused. But that's pretty huge, I know there was a huge, under the last administration and under the last different things that were happening, there was this huge push to making sure that children are getting vaccinated. And it's interesting that he has a stance that, he's saying statistically, and the facts are there, that vaccines are correlated to autism, and there is a particular heightened impact that vaccines have, especially when given in early stages in young African American boys. They're highly impacted. I'm making me nervous over here. What was that? Let me finish my show. Somebody don't like me talking about vaccines and medications. Okay, with that being said, let's take the time today and think about ways that we can improve our health without popping pills. And